What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Welcome to a new episode and another week. I hope you all are having a great week so far. It's Tuesday if you're watching this in real time. So I hope that you crushed your Monday workout. I hope that you are planning to crush your Tuesday workout if you haven't already, and that you're motivated and ready to go as we push into the second month of the year. This is the time, actually, every single year when statistics say people typically lose their traction on their goals. They start to kind of backtrack. They start to quit in the gym or on their diet or whatever it is. So like 97% of everybody who has a New Year's resolution to be healthier in the new year fail or quit that resolution before February 1st. So because it is February 1st, technically 97% of everybody who started watching these videos a month ago, they're gone. So I hope that's not the case if you're here on the app. I hope that we are breaking the mold in that we're staying on our task, on our focus on our goals, and we're not going to let up as February comes and goes, as March is here, April, and then we're getting right into the spring and June, or spring, summer, and the summer months, so that we can get that summer body that we all want. Today's video is going to be about 3 things that you can do when you are working hard but you're not seeing results. You're not losing weight. This primarily has to do with weight loss. So if you're somebody who is working very hard in the gym and on your diet, but you're not seeing any weight loss, here are 3 very important things that you can do. And I hope that when you learn these 3 things, take them, use them today or tomorrow and this week, and assess everything that's going on so that you can change what you need to do and see results. So, number 1, the intensity of your cardio. This is something that I see all too often, guys. I mean, the intensity of your cardio is super, super important. I was actually at the gym this morning and I saw 2 people come in. They sit down on the like some sort of low impact bike. Now, just from visually seeing them in the gym the last few mornings, they don't appear to have any injuries or disabilities. So they get on the bike and they're sitting there just chit-chatting with each other. I mean, they're paddling at a good pace, but there's no resistance on the bike. And they're not on a spin bike. They're on like a bike that like reclines back. Their feet are up in the air, and they're just sitting there. They'll talk for 30 minutes, and they are not sweating. Their faces aren't red. They don't look like they're working at all. I mean, they're probably not doing much more than if they were just to go stroll around the neighborhood for a slow walk or walking their dog. I mean, I'm not picking on these people. I'm just simply stating the fact that if you are doing that, you will not lose weight, period. If you get on the treadmill and you're just walking, kind of flailing your arms, you're not really walking with a purpose, you're more worried about what's on the television than you are with the intensity of your cardio, you're not going to lose weight. So your cardio intensity has to be the first thing that you assess, considering that you're doing everything else properly. Okay, I always say, if you're walking slow enough that you can carry on a conversation, you're walking too slow. Go fast enough to where you're breathing hard enough, and that having to talk to somebody next to you is a chore. You would rather not talk to them so that you can focus on your cardio, because it's just talking is making you out of breath and you're trying to walk and you can't think. Just get focused on the cardio, guys. At 30 minutes isn't going to kill you. You're there with your wife, your husband, your best friend. Put your headphones on, focus on your cardio. If you can talk to them like I'm talking to you right now, I'm not going fast enough. So you need to pick up the pace with your cardio. Assess that first. Number 2, assess how many calories you are eating per day. Rule number 1 with weight loss is to feed your body. If you're not feeding your body enough adequate foods to be able to fuel your day and your activities, you will not lose weight. You might lose weight at first, but what typically happens is your body will notice the weight loss is happening rapidly, and it will lower its metabolism to accommodate that if you're not feeding it. If you're feeding it and then it knows it's not starving, so it's getting that intake of food, it will keep its metabolism there or actually elevate. That kind of transitions over. This is like number 2. Part 2 is that it transitions over into your weight training. You have to weight train hard enough, guys. If you're going to the gym and you're lifting 5-pound weights, or you're not pushing yourself, and you're completing every set with ease, and you're not coming to failure, then you need to increase your weights. Increase your weights. Women, guess what? You're not going to get bulky by lifting heavier weights. You're not going to look like a freaking bodybuilder man walking around just because you decided to lift 15 pounds a day instead of 10 pounds. Like, it's just not going to happen like that, guys. So just go in the gym, train hard, make everything you do be a movement with a purpose behind it, okay? Because if you do that, if you go in the gym, I'm going to give an hour, 60 minutes, all I've got. I'm going to walk out of here, and I'm going to be so exhausted. That's what's going to get you results, and it will happen guaranteed. Now, number 3, I see this happen. Now, this is actually kind of a play off of some trainers and nutritionists out there, is assess your program in total and assess who is working with you on your program, okay? If you are working on this program and your trainer or your nutritionist or your diet coach, whatever you want to call the gurus out there, all right, they're so focused on the minutia, like don't eat dairy, don't eat gluten, but you don't have a dairy or gluten allergy, and you are perfectly fine by eating those foods. Like, you know your digestive system. If you're in your 20s and 30s or older, you know what works best for you and what doesn't work. Okay? If I don't have a nut allergy, guess what? I'm gonna have nuts and nut butters. If I don't have a gluten allergy, I'm not gonna take gluten out of my diet. It makes zero sense to do that. So I know some people are gonna argue with me and tell me that, well, there's certain toxins and stuff in that. But guess what? Here's the biggest point of this third point I'm making, is that if I'm focused on all the tiny little details, but I'm not focused on the big picture and I'm not losing weight, guess what? Those details don't matter. Get rid of them. Focus on your protein, carbs, fats, cardio, and your workout, and your sleep. Those 8 things, and guess what? You will lose weight. Okay? I can lose weight. I've had people lose 100 pounds in a year off of eating a Pop-Tart every single day. That Pop-Tart's not the healthiest option. They could have had oatmeal, right? They could have had rice cakes. They could have had anything else in the world, but they wanted Pop-Tarts. And guess what? They still lost the weight. Their blood pressure is better than it was. Their blood pressure, their cholesterol, their body fat to weight index is better. Everything is just better, guys. So telling you this, like, don't get caught up in the minutia. At the end of the day, a protein is a protein, a carb is a carb, a fat is a fat. Get it in and get out. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Don't get so focused on, well, I can't have a pinch of cheese, like, even though it's literally a pinch of cheese, because my coach says I can't have dairy. And I'm a diet coach, I'm a nutritionist, so I'm telling you guys to listen to me. I mean, if you're at the point where you're not losing weight and we've gone through everything else in the world, then yes, we may strip out the extras just to kind of cleanse the body, but that's a whole nother topic. So when you get down to that third point, when you've assessed everything else, assess the big picture. Don't lose sight of your big picture because you're so worried about little gluten and a little bit of dairy and a little bit of this and that and soy sauce and all the little nonsense that people get caught up in. Focus on the big picture. If you're not losing weight, maybe something to think about. Stop worrying about the little stuff. Focus on the big stuff. Train harder. Do your cardio right. Get your macros in. You'll lose weight. All right, guys. Hope you're having a great day. Like the video and share it with a friend. That's my fee. I always ask that you share it with a friend and bring someone to the app. With that being said, we'll see you in a couple of days for video number 2 this week. Have a good week.